Hey there guys! I'm making this really fast webcam video today because I promised I'd be posting a video, and I actually didn't get around to putting makeup on and whatnot the previous day since I woke up really freaking late and it was really just, well yeah, I could just give you a bunch of excuses, but the reality is life happens. And I've probably said this before, but you can't deny that sometimes things just turn out the way they do because of the current events going on in your life. Now, this is a topic I've wanted to cover for a really long time, and I'm just going to do this really quickly here because I was going to add this to my FAQ video, but since I still get this question, and I have to repetitively say this over and over again, like, why is your hair so huge? How do you get your hair so huge? Why does it look so frizzy? Your hair looks so damaged. Okay, one thing. There is a such thing as having a different type of hair. Yeah, just because in the mainstream everyone nowadays has completely slicked back hair, pinned straight, greased down so it's really shiny, just because so many people have hair like that, it doesn't mean it's healthy. Like, I don't know, just for instance, there's a lot of people with really thick, coarse, sort of like curly hair at the same time, and people with that hair type will constantly get chemical relaxers, constantly chemical straighten their hair, or just blow dry the hell out of it until it goes completely straight. By doing that to your hair and making it look healthy and presentable, it doesn't necessarily mean your hair is not completely damaged. Because, quite frankly, most of those people doing things like that to their hair have completely damaged hair. Now, I'm not saying this is being in a hypocrite standpoint, because I do have pretty fried hair, like, to be honest, because I have straightened my hair a lot, I've done a lot of things to my hair, I've used hairspray, but it's not from the aspect of chemically making my hair this color. When I made my hair this color, it actually completely goes to a drier, frizzy texture, but I do it in one lifting, and it's not because of the actual chemical lifting, it's because that's the way my hair type is. Like, as soon as you use straightening iron or chemical relaxer or anything like that on the type of hair I have, it will get frizzy because my type of hair naturally is frizzy. My natural hair is actually curly. Yeah, I have combination hair because my descent is actually half Filipina and half Ukrainian, or Ukrainian. I can't say it properly. Don't mock my speech, but you get what I mean. I have combination hair, and from my combination hair, it gives me really bad combination skin at the same time too. So I personally like to lighten some of my hair to keep the oils away from my face, because if I didn't actually treat my hair with anything at all, I would have the greasiest hair on the face of the planet. Like, I just don't like my natural hair type. Like, it's difficult to, like, get to stay in positions, and I'm someone who likes to style their hair. But in all reality, this was just to tell you guys that not everyone has the same hair type, so you can't necessarily judge hair by its cover, just like a book, as corny as it is. Like, how I've styled this big ass poofy thing, this is just my hair when it was just sitting in a bun, like it's all crinkly and stuff, and I don't want slick hair, I just stuck it in a ponytail and just kind of sits all poofy. And I like it poofy. There's nothing wrong with poofy. You judge my poofy hair, go ahead. Say it's like some strange looking, like, deformed fried piece of crap that looks like it was in a deep fryer. Yeah, sure, go ahead, say that. But I like my poofiness, okay? I like it. And shouldn't that really just be what matters in the end? if you like your hair. I don't know. Comment and ask questions if you guys have any questions about that. If you agree, that's awesome, because there really should be more people that are just open to accepting different hair types. Just because someone says something is more presentable doesn't necessarily mean it is presentable. That's just in their own perspective. Now for job-wise, that's a lot different, because you're selling yourself or prostituting yourself to a company for the company's benefit, really, and your own benefit because you're getting money from a company. But the other thing that I haven't yet gotten to is any tips to really get your hair to be thick and voluminous. Well, because I have combination hair and my hair naturally gets really oily, I've found numerous methods naturally of coping with the amount of oils in my hair so it doesn't fall completely flat, because yeah, maybe people like completely flat, slick hair, but you know what? I don't. I think it looks stupid when you have like hair just formed flat on the top of your head, unless maybe that was the style you were going for. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll accept it. Props for you for getting your hair super flat and straight, but I like to have really nice thick hair because I think it just looks better and suits my facial perspective a lot more than like super flat slicked hair. So when I had all natural hair and I had to deal with it and its oily roots and dry ends, yeah, I even had dry ends when my hair was completely natural and I wasn't even blow drying it or doing anything to it because I was like 10 years old. Well, my tip and trick that I use is I put cornstarch and baby powder in my hair. Yep. I can use that method and not have to shampoo my hair for a really long time. For people with dark hair, if baby powder shows up too much and you can't get it to blend well and looks like dandruff, you can use just like coconut powder. Coconut powder can work the same way. You can even mix a little bit of baby powder in with your coconut powder. But literally, all I do is like put the baby powder on my head and then brush it through my hair. And then that can also give your hair a little bit of more volume too. They actually sell volumizing products that are a powder, and I've seen it in the To Be brand. It's just a drugstore brand, but you can actually get hair salon brands with volumizer that come in like a little cylinder-shaped container that's flat-ish, small cylinder, and it's really just a bunch of chemicals mixed with baby powder. So why not just use baby powder? Because it's like $2 to like department store, local drugstore, and you can volumize your hair that way. And it's natural, and I mean, like, it lasts for a while. Yeah, you'll get all, if you put too much, it obviously will look a little strange, and it will be noticeable when you like touch your hair and it falls out. But I mean, like, it washes out really easily too, and it doesn't do any harm to your hair. All it does is alter the chemistry of your hair. Now, I washed my hair recently, so I don't have any baby powder in my hair, but I will show you guys a demonstration of how I put baby powder in my hair to make my hair a nicer texture when it's oily, because really, my hair, managing it like this is kind of interesting because I've got like half my natural hair going here and on the bottom, and then on the top it's all like normal hair textures, like, well, more so normal for me. Like, I don't know, for me, what I think normal hair is hair that isn't completely greasy and isn't dry. Like, my hair, it's actually frizzy naturally, and you can't notice it because it's dark, because it is naturally curly. Like, this is short hairs, but I don't know if you can see, it's like curling, yeah, curling. And then when it's blonde, the frizz just kind of sticks out on end, especially with the way I have my hair cut. I don't have my hair cut in a blunt haircut with just like one layer in the bottom. I've got multi-layers going on. Yeah, that also helps with the volume too if you have more than one layer, because when you have one layer, the oil evenly distributes throughout your hair and it goes out all the way mainly to the bottom. That is a method I could use to really fix my combination hair, but then again, I hate having hair flat on the top of my head. That is my personal preference, but I just think it looks stupid and disproportionate, especially when you have like big poofy cheeks like me. I love my poofy cheeks. But I didn't make this video to self-gloat either. I just made this video to really just share that information with you guys, and you guys can run with it, really. You could really learn a lot about just general hair types, even just online. For doing any sort of drastic chemical treatments to your hair, please don't get advice from people on YouTube. You can learn interesting things to go farther beyond on the topics, but you can't learn a hell of a lot from very many YouTubers. There's the odd person that actually has legitimate information on hair, but really the statistics on that aren't very high, and you really aren't going to get very far with that. So I definitely would recommend anyone who wants to lighten their hair to an extreme point or get some sort of drastic hair color to please go to a color specialist. And by color specialist, I don't mean just some average person who probably doesn't have anywhere near the hair color shades that you're looking for. Actually try and find a hair professional who has like alternative hair or some sort of light blonde hair shade, because they will probably, like, I guarantee will know a lot more than someone that has never colored their hair super light and has just dark hair, brown hair, average hairstyle sort of ordeal. My stereotype on average hairstyle is really just what's popular, because you could average and normal is generally just the vast majority of people. Like, people say there's no such thing as normal, but the norm is really just the vast majority of people. But it also, all of those can depend on where you live, where you hail from, the origins of your country, what your religion is. It really just varies. Just keep an open mind, please. Have a nice day. Toodles. Nah, and one more thing to add on to the natural hair knowledge of mine that I proposed. I don't actually tease my hair at all. Yeah. So, all of you out there with natural, really big, poofy hair and you don't like it, because there's people out there with natural hair that's completely flat and they tease all goddamn living hell out of it just to get some big fat-ass snooky poof. Yeah, I went there. And does that not take so much effort? It does. It really does. Like, I swear, I've seen some people stand there for probably about like an hour just trying to get their hair to stay in that big-ass position, when in all reality, they could just get a few layers and naturally it could like be a little bit more thicker, or really just embrace their natural hair. Yeah. So, that's all, just concluding all of this. Before I leave to go catch the bus, magical arms and fingers, I thought I'd show you guys what I'm wearing today really quickly in ODT. So I'm just gonna like move this over here and walk backwards. I'm just dressed super mad casual today with like some leggings with some study things on them and big ass sweatshirt because I'm all bloated from menstruating. Maybe that was a bit too open for you guys. I don't know. I don't really care. You guys should be open anyway, because for aspects like that, we're all really only human. So, love yourselves. And once again, toodaloo.